Right now, there is a huge, dense chunk of rock orbiting our planet, otherwise known as the Moon. Though we call it the Moon, in actuality, it is only the fifth largest moon in the whole solar system. Despite its size, the Moon is very important to mankind. We will explain why in these next few slides. Have fun!
The Moon very likely has a very small core, just 1 or 2% of the Moon's mass, and roughly 420 miles, 680 kilometers. It likely consists mostly of iron but may also contain large amounts of sulfur and other elements. The crust on top may vary to some 42 miles deep and 70 kilometers deep. The outermost part of the crust is broken and mixed up due to all the large impacts it has received. A shattered zone that gives way to intact material below a depth of about 6 miles and 9.6 kilometers. The Moon affects the Earth in many ways, including the tides, lunar calendars, lighting, folklore, and poetry. The tides are the most common thing to think of when someone asks you what the Moon does for our planet. They occur when the Moon's gravitational pull makes the water bulge towards the Moon. Lunar calendars have been used by some cultures for a very long time. Instead of having 365 days in a year, the lunar calendar has 354 days. That is why the Ukrainian Christmas is after our Christmas. As you know, the Moon also helps light the night sky. Believe it or not, the Moon actually just reflects the light from the sun. There is tons of folklore, poetry, and mythology about the Moon. Some creatures that are connected to the Moon are werewolves and mermaids. There are also lots of gods and goddesses that are related to the Moon, like Artemis, Diana, and Phoebe.
Unlike most other planets, the Moon is habitable, not too scorching hot, freezing cold, or dense enough to squash you. This is why it is the only celestial body humans have set foot on other than planet Earth. The first thing to reach the Moon was an unmanned spacecraft sent by the Soviet Union's lunar program in September 1959. The United States Apollo 11 was the first manned mission to successfully make it to the Moon in July 1969. Between 1969 and 1972, the U.S. had 6 more manned landings. Numerous probes and unmanned spacecrafts have been sent to Mars, but there is still so much to learn and discover.